Y'all, so I'm going to be making some crock pot chicken and dumplings. I didn't have like the white chicken breast, so I had to use this. So what you'll need is like 3 chicken breasts or whatever type of chicken you got. You'll need an onion. You can use celery or mixed vegetables or like carrots, but I didn't have any of those. So, and I normally don't put that in mine anyway. So you'll need some biscuits or like make your own with like flour or whatever. 2 cans of chicken broth, 2 cans of cream of chicken, and whatever seasonings you prefer. I'm using onion, garlic, salt, and pepper. And then you also need some like milk or heavy whipping cream. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I don't think I've made them in the crock pot before, but we're going to try it. So, I'm going to put my crock pot on low, and then I'm going to dump my onions in here. So you'll need onions. That's 2 small ones. And then I'm going to add this chicken broth. And then I'm also going to add this, hang on. And then I'm going to add this cream of chicken in here. I'm looking a hot mess, so I'm not showing you my face. I was trying to do it without doing this, but y'all know how it is. And then we're going to add the other one. I'm going to put this on. Just let it cook on low. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is add some garlic powder. And I like a lot of garlic powder, so we're going to do that. We're going to add some onion powder, some salt, and some pepper. And then we're going to stir this up. Stir this up. I'm going to add this chicken here. Like I said, I didn't have the white chicken meat, but these are like leg quarters, I guess you would say. So it's going to work okay. And I'll put 3 in here. My mama used to use whatever kind of chicken she had, if it was legs, breast, or whatever. So I know it will taste, pretty good too. So that's what I'm going to be using. And I'm going to cover this up and let it cook on low for about 4.5 hours. And then I'll get back with you guys. Okay, y'all, so this has been cooking for about 4.5 to 5 hours, I'd say. And I turned it up on high because it was taking forever to cook. So that's what that looks like. I'm going to take this chicken out and shred it, put it back in, and then add the other stuff to it. It seems more soupy than normal. I don't know. We'll see. So there's the chicken, and we are going to start shredding this. So I will be taking the fat off of here because it does have quite a bit of fat on it. But I'll put that right here. This chicken's really tender, y'all. Okay, so I have these little, I got these from Temu, and it's like little shredders. Am I holding them right? Or does it matter how you hold them? I don't know. But anyways, I got them from Temu. It's like to shred meat with. So, let me see how this works. I don't know. I've never used these before. They look like they'll work pretty good. I don't know about with chicken legs. Well, it's too, the chicken's too soft for it to, you know, straight up. But these are nifty, very nifty. I thought I would try them, but some of this meat's really dark. What I'll do is pull it off of the bone, and then I will oh, those are bones. Shred it up some more. My daughter went to her job today. She's in training for that, so I'm excited for Katie Bug. I'm about to probably go fishing here in a little bit, for a little bit. Chicken breast would be a lot better with this, but this is all that I had, so it'll still be good. And this fat and stuff on this chicken, I'm gonna give to my cats out here. Gonna make sure there's no bones in here. Okay. So, I could really use a nap right now, y'all. Like, I'm like so sleepy for some reason. And I didn't get up till late today. So I wonder if I can, let me try this and see. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, so when you take it, I'm probably not even using this right, but if you take it and like go inside of it and like do that, it shreds it up really well. I think there's a bone, and indeed it is. This is going to be with some dark meat and white meat. But it's okay. Chicken's chicken, right? I remember when my mama would make this, I would go in there and grab out a chicken leg and eat it before, like it would be done, but before she would like, you know, shred it up to put in her chicken. I mean, not chicken, but her chicken and dumplings. She would say, I have that for my chickens. Chicken and dumplings, don't eat all my meat. I'm like, I just want to bite. Fun times, y'all. I remember those. And I've told y'all before too, like, I'm just checking for bones. Right there's a little bitty one. Her pie crust, I would always get in there and get a little bit of the crust around the edges. And she would always get on to me. Not being mean or nothing, but she's like, that's my pie crust. You need to wait until it's done. And I remember doing that. I'm probably not even using this right. If y'all have one of these, let me know. But either way, it's working. I think that's good. Let me wash my hands again. Okay, so I will get back with you in a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that down in there. And I wanna stir it. Okay, y'all, we're going to use some of these biscuits here. It's the Grand Southern Homestyle biscuits. It's the buttermilk biscuits. So let's open it up. I always hate opening these things up, y'all. Like, I hate it. Like I said, I don't think I've ever made chicken and dumplings in the crock pot. So, that being said, do I need a little flare? Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of this flare here. I'm just going to scoot it over here. Y'all, I'm making a mess up in here. Okay, so I'm going to get one of these and just kind of mash it down. I want to make them kind of thin. Okay. And we're going to cut them in slices. And they just go like that. So they're going to be like that and those type of strips. Make sure they're all broken apart. Okay, on to the next one. Yeah, I've been in here slaving all day. Not really, but I still haven't got out there and picked some blackberries, and they're probably daggum gone by now. I know my cooking and my videos ain't fancy, but I'm not fancy either, so we're all good. I'm just an old country girl trying to make a living for my kids, myself, and talking to my friends on here, sharing my life with me, or with you all. Bits and pieces. My little mama cat out here, she's getting bigger. Her stomach's getting bigger. So I'm not really sure how long it takes for a cat to give birth to their baby. So before long, I will probably be having baby kittens around here. And they're so sweet. Them cats out there are so sweet. So just kind of like little thin squares like that. I've had one of those days where I just wanted to lay around today, and I just try to keep doing little things here and there, but I guess it was my body telling me that I was tired. Last week, the training was mind draining. Like I said, I slept till like, Lord, it was almost 10. But like in between times, I would get up and like let Opal out. So I'm not getting like the full amount of sleep. I know things are different now. My kids are getting older and I'm getting older. But things just seem so different now with just everything in general to me. I read a little quote talking about like how like your soul is not designed for this place down here. But really and truly, we're all just passing through, trying to pass through life, make the best we can, be happy, trust in Jesus, serve the Lord. And things in life is so different now, like so different than before. And I mean, for me and us and my kids, like, you know, most of my family's gone, and you know, their family too on my side. So I have learned slowly how to like adjust to all that. And, you know, grief is just like an ocean. Like the waves hit, knocks you down, and you get back up. That's just how I've been that way ever since I lost like my mom, my dad, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles. It's been hard. But I'm thankful that Jesus was the one that carried me when I thought I couldn't go on. And even in times that I feel distraught, all alone, brokenhearted, and sometimes I question, we're not supposed to question, but sometimes I do. Jesus reminds me, hey, I got you. And I just talk to Jesus. I pray to him. I got to get back into journaling. That's one thing that I don't do that much. I don't know. But I did see my brother, I think a weekend or two ago. Was it last weekend? One day, Sunday or something. I can't remember which day it was. But he was doing better. He wasn't acting all crazy how he normally does. He actually listened to me, and he was actually like my brother for once, and that was a help. But until you experience like a loved one on drugs, and you're always wondering, if I get a phone call, is it going to be him dead, or has he done something? Like, you know, and it used to be really bad for me. But now I've learned how to kind of like, I've accepted. It's hard to explain, y'all. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I look back and all of like growing up with my family and church and our old church that we used to have, and now the pastor and his wife's gone, and all that church is gone, and now it's like something new. It's just a little old country church, and I'm talking like not even a whole lot of people goes there. It's just a little old country church, and I've done vlogs in there and stuff. But I remember the homecomings, the singings, the having baptisms at the lake, and being down there at 11 o'clock at night, and people shouting and rolling in the ground. And life is so different now, and it's just, I mean, it's everywhere. And then I remember like my mom and my mama and my aunts would have like prayer meeting and stuff. Like you see it a little bit now, but you don't see it that much. And where I'm at, you don't hardly ever see it. But, and I'm like, you know, my desire is to get like a study group for women that have been broken and just trying to pick up the pieces, and you know, just anybody, people on drugs or whatever, just know that God still is there and he loves you. And I've been hesitating for years. I'm talking for years. And I'm like, I'll tell myself I'm not good enough to do that, but like I know that I am. And I'm just waiting to get the courage to do that. I know that there's tons of people that it would help, and not only will it help them, it will help me. But we're all broken. We're all, you know, we're all in the same world, and we're all trying to get home. And at the end of the day, they ain't none of us perfect. Like, none of us. And I'm not going to lie to you, I got so hurt from people, from church people, and I forgave. But when I got my first divorce, I got so hurt and shattered and broken. I didn't give up on God, but I gave up on people. And there was people that talked about her divorce and this and that and the other. But you know what? Everyone didn't know what happened behind closed doors, and everybody didn't know what went on in her marriage. And, you know, that's our business. But it seemed like I was the one that was the spotlight with all of it, which I'm fine with that. But I was at a very broken time, and I'll have to say there's times now when I can reflect to that, and Jesus reminds me, he's like, you were broken then, and I was there to your rescue, and I saved you. And he tells me no matter how low you feel, I'm here. And like, I know he is. I prayed for my little boy Isaiah, and Jesus gave us him. Like, if there ever was a time about miracles, that kid was our miracle. And I believe in miracles. Like when Gracie got sick with her pneumonia and about died in the flu, like I know that God is a miracle working man. And I know that. But in all honesty, I think I've let life get in the way of me, and it's okay, because I didn't ask for, you know, like my mama dying young and like all of those hard times. You know, we're here passing through. Each of us are here passing through, and we're not promised tomorrow. And I've just had a harder time than most people my age. Yeah, there's people that had harder things that happened to them, and I'm not, by no means am I justifying my situation, but it's been hard. And if a lot of people could walk in my shoes, and I'm not tooting my own horn, I don't want to toot my own horn. I would never wish the pain and agony that the cards that's been dealt to me, I would never wish that on my worst enemy. That's how bad it feels. Like, I would never do that. And I don't want no, you know, feeling pity for me or anything like that. I'm just telling you, like, if those of you that's not ever been through that and could walk in my shoes, like, you would understand. And by the grace of God, he is the only one that's carried me through. People's forsaken me, family's forsaken me, friends have forsaken me, but Jesus has never forsaken me. He's been there with me all the time. And like, I get to thinking, like, all of these years I went to church, and which most, like, one of my pastors passed away years ago, but like, even current places, like, people's lost the love for one another, and then like they don't check on their lost sheep, or people that's not been to church in a while. But back in the day, they would say, hey, you doing okay? How are you? But now it's like people's forgotten. Like, you know, Jesus is love through the thick and thin, and Jesus don't forget nobody. And a lot of things in these bigger churches, and I'm not knocking them by no means, But stuff's changed. Like what's happened to letting the power of the Lord move in the church, and you know, Jesus having his way, and like all this stuff being programmed and stuff like that. Like I don't sit with that too well. So here are the little pieces. But that's what I've been battling with, just thoughts in my mind and thinking and wondering and what the Lord's trying to show me to do, what I need to do. I've been extremely hurt, and I've been trying to get out of that. And like for the most part I am. But churches are just different. And I'm not saying all of them, but what I used to know, it's different. So when y'all pray, say a little prayer for me that the Lord will lead and guide me on what I need to do. I'm just going to like drop these in there individually. I don't know if I might have should have added the heavy whipping cream first. I didn't add enough of that dough, flour, y'all. These little pieces are starting to stick together some. It's all right. But, I mean, do any of y'all feel that way, like the old timers that, like, had the meetings that I had growing up? Like, do y'all ever feel that way, or is it just me? I remember these old ladies would come and pray with my mama, especially when she was dying, and would sit and sing and pray and bring a little pie or mashed potatoes, macaronis, just little things like that. Like, and I just feel like people has forgotten, like, love for one another and, you know, coming in and praying for people. And I don't know. But that's, y'all, that's what's really been on my mind here lately. And it's crazy because I will wake up in the middle of the night thinking about stuff like that. And I tell Jesus, don't forget me. I'm like, please don't forget me. I've not forgotten you. It's just, I'm going through some things, but I know Jesus understands. He created me. He knew me way before I was even born. But this is a trial that's like unknown to me, and it feels like uncertainty. And I'm just praying for Jesus's knowledge and wisdom and grace and all of it. You know, there's been people on here. She's been divorced 2 times, and she's done this, she's done that. Yeah, I have. I'm not happy about that. Don't knock me down more than what I was, because God's forgiven me. God's forgiven my exes. I don't have no anger toward any of those anymore. I did for the longest, y'all. Like, y'all don't even know. But some people make it to where I'm supposed to be just this perfect person. And I'm not. Like, I'm not. I'm gonna put about that much of butter in here. But I know when you do social media and stuff, you get backlash of stuff. Like, I get that. But it's even hard to even, like, recollect yourself. And I gotta clean all that stuff off. There's cereal and everything up there. Recollect yourself and, like, get in a mind frame to even do a video. And today's been one of those days. Like, I ain't even playing. Here is some heavy whipping cream. These poor little kids are down here hollering. They've been hollering all day. They must be getting in trouble. I don't know. So I'm going to put a little bit of heavy whipping cream up in here. I remember those little baby years. All right. Oh, that smells so good. I feel like I need more pepper or something in here. I want to add it all to it. I've got this on low. I'm gonna let it stay there on low for a while, maybe an hour or two, because it'll take a while for this dough to cook. And I'm going to add some more pepper on this. But y'all, let's just pray for each other. I know everybody's going through stuff in life. And when COVID hit, it changed a whole lot of things. And even myself, there's things that I've got to work on myself, like, and we all have things that we have to work on, but like, I just miss those days of togetherness. Is that even a word? Togetherness? The praying, you just don't have that hardly anymore. And like when you go to these bigger churches, and I'm not knocking them, but you don't have the connection. Like you go there and you don't even hardly know nobody. You're in and you're out. And I don't know. I'm a country girl. I'm used to the small things, you know. But anyways, that's me. But y'all, I hope everybody's doing good. And I'm going to, hang on, I'll show you. Here are the dumplings. Well, they're not cooked yet, but they did turn out in like little bitty small pieces, so that's a plus. I'm trying to stir that up and let these big boys cook. And I will get back with you when the thing's finished. I will talk to you guys here in a little bit. Bye. Hey y'all, so this I do believe is done. I don't know if it's too soupy. Oh my. I probably could have added more dumplings to it, but it'll probably be okay. Looks good. Okay, y'all, so got back from fishing, took a shower, and now we're gonna try some of these dumplings. They're actually good. I thought they was gonna be too soupy, but once I put them, like stirred them up and put them in a bowl, they're really good. The only thing different I think that I would do with this is add more chicken to it. Me personally, I would. But it's really good and it's got a really good taste to it. But it's like super hot. Super hot. And the little dumplings turned out great. Opal's been in here running wild, running up down the hallway, grabbing her toys. She's excited that I'm back. So I would really recommend making these in the crock pot. They're really good. If you want them thicker, I would probably only do one thing of chicken broth and not add a whole bunch of the heavy whipping cream. But the heavy whipping cream makes it like creamier. So really good, y'all. I got a big old thing of it in here. And the chicken turned out great. I think the longer that it cooked, it got more like tenderer, I guess. So I'm gonna get off of here. These are darn good, y'all. So good. Anyways, until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.